This is our speed round. You ready?
I'm ready.
Buckle up. I don't know if we have music for the speed round or not. Can you do a little beat or something?
What's the good? I don't like that one.
Okay,
Sorry.
I'll stop.
All right.
Okay, favorite quarterback matchup of these wild card games. The 4 games that we have on wild card weekend. What's your favorite quarterback matchup?
Yeah, all right. So it's between the Bills and the Texans, or the Seahawks and the Eagles. And I'm going to, as much as I love Josh Allen, Deshaun Watson, I don't think Josh Allen is on the level of the other guys quite yet. So I think I'm most excited to see Russell Wilson and Carson Wentz. They are, and two, I think the big thing is they kind of have to carry their teams to win a football game. And not to say that the other game doesn't. This is a tough one for me, actually. But, I mean, Russell Wilson, clearly one of the 5 best quarterbacks in football. And I think Carson Wentz is right on the outside of the top 5 looking in, right? I mean, I'm going to put Lamar, Mahomes, Watson, Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, just above, I think, a Carson Wentz, who I'd probably have at 6 or 7. I haven't done my quarterback list in my mind in a while or anything like that, but I think it's right around there.
It's very likely that at the end of that game, whichever team wins it, we're saying that quarterback
made some crazy plays.
He won the game for him.
Yes, agree.
I'd agree with that.
Yep.
Underrated player that everyone is going to realize is really good. So who's an underrated player from one of these teams that you think by the end of wild card weekend, everyone's going to be like, that guy's actually one of the stars?
That's a good one there. Okay. I think one of the first guys I would probably think about is the guy you just talked about a few minutes ago, A.J. Brown. I mean, A.J. Brown and Ryan Tannehill, that combination's been as deadly as anybody in football the last few weeks.
I think he's going to win Offensive Rookie Player of the Year. Because I think it was Josh Jacobs to lose for a long time.
Right, and A.J. Brown's made things interesting.
He hasn't played the last few weeks, and so...
Let me just think if there's anybody else here. Let me just think. Underrated player that everyone's going to realize is really good. I don't think there's the Eagles. There's anybody there. The Seahawks, no. Bills and Texans. No, I think I feel pretty good with that right there. I think A.J. Brown is probably the guy I would say watch out for this weekend. He's going to get some one-on-one opportunities and get some chances to make big plays.
Overrated player that everyone is going to realize is not very good. So who's the guy that's going to come into this game, people are going to think is going to throw up huge numbers, maybe propel their team to victory, and then disappoint?
Yeah, well, the tough ones about these speed round, damn it, these are the ones I wish I would have known prior, just so I could have been a little quicker here.
Is that a message to our producer?
Yeah, I mean, what an asshole he is. What an asshole. Gosh, I definitely am not high on Kirk Cousins right now from what I've saw in that Green Bay game. But I'm just trying to think here.
I think that's the obvious one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he might step up.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if he's capable of stepping up.
Tom Brady?
No. I mean, Brady, I feel like people are no right now. Like, hey, it's still good, but it's not great. He's not the Tom Brady we once knew. Hold on a second. I'm got to go through these names. And
what about on the defensive side?
Yeah, that's where my mind is really at right now, is the defensive side of the ball. And I just don't know. I mean, the Seahawks corners are not good, so I don't look at them as being overrated. The Titans, the Bills, the Texans, I don't know if there's anybody there right now. The one guy that's Matt Casey got in Xavier Rhodes, but I feel like people are starting to know that too. I even would go to Anthony Barr a little bit in Minnesota as well. He's another guy. It's being paid like one of the best linebackers in football, but to me does not have enough of a presence on the field for what he's being paid for on a weekly basis there. Right. I guess those are the guys that jump out to me more than anybody, but I don't know if there's anybody more than that. I know there's going to be somebody that comes to my head later on here, and I'm going to go, I should have said him.
I should have crushed that guy in the pod. I think he's overrated. Why didn't I say his name? No, that's okay. You saved him. Okay.
Kyle Rudolph would be another one I'd throw in that group.
Oh, what?
Well, I not to say it hasn't been a really good career. People all of a sudden, though, like, I watch games and people are like, Kirk Cousins has weapons galore. And I want to be like, a one-legged Thielen, Stephon Diggs, okay. Dalvin Cook's not out there and then they're counting Kyle Rudolph as like a weapons galore because he caught like a 3-yard touchdown pass with one hand and then caught another touchdown pass with one hand that was 4 yards.
You don't think he's a top 10 tight end in football?
Probably not. Maybe a top 10 run blocker that way, but I can't say he's top 10 right now. No. But damn, I don't know. That's it. That's all I got.
That's the only people you can crush.
Damn it, I feel bad about crushing any of them.
The kicker most likely to pull a parky. So who's going to go double doink in this wild card first round of the playoffs, or just not perform? Because I'll tell you what, we don't often talk about kickers.
No.
It seems like part of the game we don't until they do something poor after the fact. But the fact of the matter is there's some of these teams going into the playoffs who have some serious kicking questions, and we know how crucial the kicking game is. I mean, the Tennessee Titans have serious questions
that's
here.
To me where I would go. The Titans have had kicking issues all year.
Greg Joseph now signed to replace Ryan Suckup.
Right. I don't know. That would scare me a little bit, okay? With the Vikings kicker, he's another guy that I would look at a little bit, and more just because I feel like the Vikings are cursed with kickers. What the hell is the name of the Vikings kicker? Damn it, I'm blanking on his name here. It's going to drive me crazy. I got to look it up here. What the hell? Dan Bailey. He's not going to choke much,
He'll be fine. I was looking.
I'm going Titans though, all the way.
Yeah, Titans seem the most likely there. The best kickers in football this year, I was looking this up on NFL Jesus.
Wow.
They have this thing called
I've never looked at that.
Field goal plus minus. So they kind of they take how successful the kicker was and where they kicked and what percentage normally are made from there, and did they exceed that or not.
Right.
A lot goes into it.
Right.
Number 1 in NFL was Josh Lambo from the Jaguars. But number 2, Justin Tucker.
Okay.
Number 3, Will Lutz.
Right.
So that just shows you there's another weapon there for those teams that we do know. We talk about it.
Yeah,
Will Lutz
I know, but you're right. We don't ever give it the attention. But yeah, you look at the really good teams or the teams that have been in the playoffs, because like the Patriots all these years have had Gostkowski and Vinatieri. There's a reason.
Yep.
Yeah, because they make a lot of big kicks in big situations.
Dan Bailey is 5th. Mason Crosby is 6th.
Yeah,
so those
that's
are all
pretty damn
teams
good.
that can rely on their kicking game and probably will not pull a parky and do a double doink. Final one for the speed round for the wild card first glance. Most likely to have some crazy stuff happen in the game. Which game is most likely to be like, wow, that is insane. We did not see that coming. That was not how we anticipated.
I just feel that's going to be Seattle and Philadelphia, because I just think there's some areas of those teams that are just not adequate, like they're not special. So that lends itself to stupid stuff. And then, of course, the 2 quarterbacks, I think they can, pull rabbits out of their ass.
Yeah.
So where they'll do some shit there that I go, wow, that's unbelievable too. Titans-Patriots is another one.
That one's interesting to me, because what if Derrick Henry goes for like 230 and 2 touchdowns, and Ryan Tannehill continues on this pace that he's been on?
Right.
And what if they go into Foxborough and blow them out?
Well, and I also think of like, I don't think that's like crazy. I don't know if I say blow them out, that might be a little crazy. But the other thing is, I don't know if both of these two teams, especially with the fact that there's such New England lineage in Tennessee too, to go, they're not going to be afraid maybe to call trick plays, a la like what Bill Belichick does usually this time of the year to give his team a little bit of an advantage on a certain drive or a certain situation, whatever it may be. So you certainly could see some crazy shit in that game too.
All right, so that's our first glance at the wild card.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.